I am Sister Mary ALMA Mulwa. I belong to the Sisters of Mary of KAKAMEGA. I come from Kamrembe village, Trick location, Vika County, KAKAMEGA diocese. I was born in our village, as I said, Kamrembe. But then, at a certain time of the month or year, my parents decided to go and work in Kaimosi tea estate. So we moved from my home. Father worked there, Kaimosi there, tea estate. Then after some time, the message came from outside that there are Europeans who have come to start another tea estate in Land Hill. So people who want to go there can decide to go. So my father was one of those who chose to go to Land Hill and work there in the tea estate. So we moved from our village, Kamrembe, when I was around 4 years old. We stayed in Land Hill, and my uncle also, my paternal uncle, also moved, and he came there. When my uncle came, he had very nice children, and we were only two, I and my brother. So I used to go to my uncle to visit them and also join those children of my uncle. We play and move together, and we are happy together, and then I go back home. So one day, when I was there, our aunt called us to go and eat. Then we went, we sat, and she said, let us pray. They started, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, Amen, and so on and so on. Then I kept quiet. Then we ate after eating. In my mind now, the Father, I left my father home. Now another father is up here to my head. What is this? So I kept that in myself. So when I now returned home, in the evening I asked my aunt, Auntie, is the father also here? And then she said, who told you the father is there? I said, where I went, my aunt started eating. Before eating, they said, my father and so on, father is here. So then he said, you go there with your aunt and the father. We don't know also. We are not Christians. They were not Christians. When I now came back the other time to my uncle, I said, when now I asked the auntie, is the father here? Then he said, this is our religion. They call it Catholic Church. And in the Catholic Church, when they go to eat or they are going to pray, kuomba, they use it in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Then I said, I want to know that Father. So he said, one day when we go for our celebrations in the main church, which is chapter 8, Nandi Hill, from Nandi Hill to chapter 8. It's a long way. So that day reached, they called me, they said, now we are going for our prayer. They call it Mass. So I go with him. So I followed them. We moved from morning till evening. And then evening we cooked tea and then ate, we slept. In the morning we went to attend Mass. When we were going to attend Mass, I said, I want to be like this one. The one who is saying Mass. So I asked my aunt, now who is this one putting on? And then she said, these people are called fathers. They are the ones who lead us in the Catholic Church. And they put on like this. And then I said, me, I want to be like that. And she said, when you come back next time, I will now take you to him. Then he can tell you about himself. And if you want to be like him, he will tell you. So we went home. Now the next time when we went again for Mass, so again we slept in the morning, we were going for Mass. Now I saw another group coming, and the group of about 4. And these ones were now in white, and they had put the something, a cloth on the head like this. You cannot see your face properly unless you stand, you only see this part. And then the hands are put inside here, so you don't see more of themselves in front. They are also moving and looking straight. They are not looking here and there. So they were just looking straight. So I said, now what is this one? I said, and these angels whom we used to learn in the catechism. He said, to tell you later. So we went for Mass. We prayed. After Mass, we went to eat after breakfast. Now he said, we can go to Father. Father can tell you about himself. And he can also tell you about those. So we went to Father. Father blessed us. And then she said, this child wants to be like you, but now she also saw others there. She wants to know who are those and who are you. Can she be like you or like those? So Father laughed and he explained, you can't be like me, there are women who can be like those ones. So, but you cannot be like me, but you can choose, say yes to those, to be with those ones. So these were the Mill Hill sisters, the white Mill Hill sisters, who were having a conference there. So Father said, you go and they decide whether you want to be like me, but you cannot be like me, you can be like those ones you saw in white. So they went home, and then she persisted, told the mother, me, I wanted to be like him. Now I want to be like those ones, the ones who were putting hands like this, and they had something coffee hat on their head like this. So one day she persisted. My aunt now went to ask my parents, this child wants to be a Catholic, can she? Then they said, she can go. It's up to her. So I was now told, I was in class 3, you go to school in the morning, or from Monday to Friday, and then on Saturday you're off, you go for catechism. So I did that, and then I finished the time which was given for us to do examination for baptism. So we did with the other children, passed, and then I was baptized. Then I was very happy to be. So next time when I went, I now told my aunt, tell Father, I'm now ready to be like those sisters. Then when I went, my aunt told Father. Father said, you can go and talk to them. So we went and talked to the sisters. And then the sister said, you come in October. October 4th is when we take our people. Then we can see whether you have reached the age of joining us or whatever. So October I went. Now, when they told me stand there, I stood there. Can you do your hand? How? Do like this. I did like this. Then I could not reach where they want. They said, you are still. You cannot come to us when you have reached here. You come to us when you have reached in the shoulder here. So I went. Then you come next year again. I went. I finished another. I went. Some store they told me, now you can now come next year, October. It is now okay. So when I was there, my aunt told me another cousin of mine has joined the Sisters of Mary. So I said, now I told my aunt, when you go, another aunt of mine, the sister to this one, who was now my godmother, she had a sister here, where we called her sister Serva. She died, she's buried there. So she had come here earlier, I think 3 years earlier. So we came here with my aunt. So we talked to her, and then we slept. And then in the morning, I saw now many African sisters in white and also like this. But then on the head, they was having something like a pan. My aunt. Now, these ones are different from the others. They are having a pan on the head. Today, put a pan on the head or what? As my aunt told me, let us see what kind. They called some of them. I looked at them, greeted them. Then I looked at it, greeted them, and then I went and we ate, and then we left here. It was now Yanmum. So we left. When we went home, then I told my aunt, well, no, these ones are Africans. And I can see they have a pan, but the first year can see in a bit. Again, now, I will join these ones with the pan. So I went, and then my aunt told me, if you want that, we go back home. You know, our village has is connected with Erusui parish. It's near Kaimos. So Erusui parish belongs to Eregi. Belonged to Eregi, I mean before. We didn't have a parish, it belonged to the Eregi. It was sub-parish and then belonged to Eregi. So said you go to Sifal. So one day we planned to go to Sifal, Heken, the Eregi. And then we talked. Then the father said, if you want it, then you go and prepare yourself. I will take you to the sisters. If they want to take you, they take you. If not, they will tell you what to do. So we went back to land here. So when I went, then I prepared. Now, those ones had said October. Mukumu said August. So me, I said, I will go to this one of August. And we were having pants. So I went, prepared, slept, we came to Regi, we slept in the home of my the father, who was the husband of my godmother. Slept there, it's near Regi. Slept there, and then we went to the parish. Then we asked the father, after Mass, this is what this one wants. That's what I said, then you do what? You go and prepare, put your things nicely, and come. The dates they have told you to go. So went back and here, then I prepared my things. I went to the dates that had given me here. We came back to Regi. Then the father took us with my aunt up here, the door of the Uslan sisters. We rang at the bell, they came, and then they said, what do you want? This child wants to be one of you. Oh, then she looked at me, at the things which I was having, the dress I was wearing, said, these shoes we don't have them yet. She has to leave. So whatever was needed, not needed, she told me to take and give to my aunt. And what I had needed, put on. As now, they took me, then I entered. That was in 1950. Then I entered. I joined here as an aspirant. We called them aspirants, those who end. When I was admitted, they took me in the sewing room to give me some of the things I needed, or the kind of clothes aspirants wear. Then Mother Superior, who was Mother Magdaris, was going to Mumias to see the sisters, for visit of the sisters. So they said the child who came to Syria can come along, she can go and stay there. So they put him in the vehicle, then we left here, and we went with Mother Materis in Mumias. So when I reached in Mumias, they welcomed me, very nice. There was a sister, an elder sister, Beninya. She was very happy, and we met, and then I said, they are happy like this, even this one, this Furia. So I was very happy to be with them, with her. So I slept, and then the next day they told me, your worker is going to be making the hosts with the sister son. So Sister Mary, the one who has died, comes from Yes. So the morning after breakfast, I put on the clothes that had given me. They had taken my shoes. I had to go barefooted. I started. Now the machine which were making the horses was high. Now Sister put the flour like this. When I had to get hold of it, I could not reach because the machine was high and I was low. So when she saw like that, several times she went and told the mother who was in charge of the community, of the sisters, this one with the machine, she cannot reach that. She's short, she's still low, but the machine is high, so she cannot do this type of work. So what do we do? Then she said, you ask Mukumu, she can go to Nangina. Because in Nangina, there is where the younger ones, when they come smaller ones, they go there. So they asked it here. Then one day I was put in the vehicle, and I went to Nangina. In Nangina, what they appointed me was to help cooking for the sisters. In the morning, when it was in the morning, I had to go. I had to move on the hill. There is a hill in Nangina to go and collect firewood. Then I had to climb. That one was, now it is, but I tried, I got there, collected firewood, I came, started cooking. So I cooked for 1 week, and then the sisters were very happy with the food. Me, I had been taught how to cook at home. But I started very hard. My mother teaching me how to cook, so cooking was not my problem. When cooking vegetables, I could cook very nice, and they could eat well. They were very happy, the sisters. We had 4 sisters and 5 aspirants. Sister Mary Teresa here was one of the aspirants who were in school. She was there. So I stayed there cooking 1 year in that jikoni. So after 1 year, I was again transferred. From there, I came here in Mukumu. When I came in Mukumu, I was now given the work of taking care of this, who was the superior, the first superior, to take over the place from Nyondo to here. She was the first superior. They call her Sister Magdalis. She's married down there. And she was having the sickness they call rheumatism. She was, the hands and the legs were just crooked. You didn't know if now where to catch. So I had to take care of that mama for another 1 full year. So I could bath her, I could feed her, I could carry her, put her in the wheelchair, and then wheel the farandos on the house of the sisters going towards the chapel. So I could wheel her there, or when there is a sun, I could put her to rest when I'm making the mat there, sitting and working on the mat, and she was sitting there. And I take her again for lunch. After lunch, she goes, I had to eat quickly to go and make her to go back in bed. So we worked together with them again another year. So the coming year now, I had to go back to school because I was only in class 3. This school, this building, which is behind us there, we shall see one of these days. It was a college for teachers. So in the afternoon, they could take the people who have not been, or sisters or people who have not been finished, who have not finished the primary, they could go there to learn. And then they could be picking, this one is now fit to go to school, this one can stay another year. So they picked me after seeing what I had done. Then I went to school. I started now class 4. Yeah, this was school here, Mukumo Primary School, class 4. Then I continued in class 4, class 8, about class 8. I did examination, I passed. Then we started now this one. I was one of the pioneers to start this school, the second school, Mukumo Sacred Heart, the second school. So I was among the pioneers who started. That was 62. When I was there, I learned 4 years. I finished, did examination. After examination, we got some papers to fill our responsibility, what we wanted to be trained in. When they gave me the one, they asked me to be a teacher here. Mother asked me to be a teacher. I said, I'm shy. I cannot talk. The small children, they are there. I cannot. So they told me, what do you want? I just wanted to be talking to people. So the forms came in Mukumu, and then they called us to go and collect. So I found the form for social work. And then when I read the information, I said I want to go for this course. So that year, I moved to Tanzania, Nyekesi, to take a course in social work for 2 years. Then I came back and started working as a social worker. When I came from Tanzania, I came to Mukumu here. In Mukumu, I had to work with people. So we went to the parish, and then I explained to the father about what I wanted to do. So she told me, you just start what you think can help the people the way you were trained. So they gave me a building next to our buildings in the parish there, near the toilet there. So I was given there a big house where I could now move with my people. So I used to call to talk to people first, like on Sundays you talk to people, you tell them what you want. Then they will send. So women started coming. I started women groups. They could come. You could help them to know how to sew. You could counsel those who are not having, who have problems at home, and tell them how to live way of life, how to live married life. And the young people who are now facing life, could help them how to choose life, how to get married, and so on. So, and we could even make these women to form dances. We danced very well. Sometimes we went to KAKAMEGA and we were #1 women groups in social work. So then we could also counsel the younger boys also who were due to get married and so on. So we could help them to know how to choose life, how to live, what can help them to be good people in the world. So that's what I was doing here. And the women, they made even some handbags here and so on from the palm leaves. We could use those palm leaves to teach them how to to do that. It's part of the social work I was doing. And helping these people to counsel and also use their hands, live well in the homes. Also some people came up that they don't have nursery teachers. So I told them, then if we don't have nursery teachers, they can do what Father can announce in the church. If people are interested, then we can do what they can come for the course. So Father announced it. They are asking if there are some people who want to be nursery teachers. They want to start a school. So that's how we started that place. So people came, then we started. Even some sisters also came. They have been trained, some have died, some still working. So they also came, and then to get some teachers to help me to teach in the nursery school. Then myself, I'm also teaching, but at the same time also doing the counseling and other things of listening to people. So that went on for almost 2 to 3 years when I was doing that kind of work in Mukumu here. In the course of that, when I was now doing that kind of work, I was asked in the congregation to be in the council to help Mother General. So I had to go in the council to help there. I also helped there for 4 years in the council. So for 4 years, I was in the council. I was also a formator for our sisters who were in Mumias. So I would come from Mumias when I had to come for meeting, the time for meeting, sleep here, we have meetings, after meetings, then I go back to Mumias. So I also did that for another four years. Then I left. Then I was elected as Bureau General of the Sisters of Mary the second time. I also worked for 4 years in the office. Now, in this time when I was in the office, there are several things which I had to do in life. So like visiting the sisters here and there, different communities. You visit the sisters, you sleep there 2 days or 1 day, you talk to them, then you come back at home. So you can, I used to finish the whole what? Within about 5 months, 6 months, I used to see that I have visited each sister, I would talk to each sister if possible. Then I had to move, even going to Uganda, to see what is happening and so on in different parts. And it's the time also we opened new places like Turkana, Lodwa, the ones the houses we are having Turkana, the first place Lodwa. We opened that. Tanzania also, Dar es Salaam had also to open a house. So we moved in different places, and ours was to see the development of the sisters. Are they doing whatever they are supposed to do? Are they homework, or they are busy, busy, or there are some who might change the mission to work there instead of working this, and so on. Then it transfers, you have to see that who has to go where and fit where to do the work in different communities and different parts of the country or outside the country. So I worked for the 4 years in that position. Also within the congregation is also that thing of counseling, because you go to the place and you find there is a case which might need also listening to and helping to counsel. So you also counsel. And then you see that they are happy, they are eating well, so they are sleeping well, You see their house accommodation, how is it? Does it need repair, or it still to be lived in? Okay, nicely. So that's what I used to do with the sisters in the congregation. When I was in the office, there were also some challenges, because sometimes you could look at what you have, like on the side of food, things are going down, and you wonder what next. So you have to go and sit and think. And sometimes we have friends outside. Then we could perhaps even write, I would even write a letter to our friends outside the country to sponsor us and give us something to add and buy something for the sisters. And sometimes even clothing in the sewing room, you can see that the clothes they get, the material is getting short, and you don't know how to get now the finance now to buy. So also you have to look for a way of getting some money for helping to buy the material for their clothing. Then also on the side of education, there are also look at some sisters who might need this kind of education, because where they are in the future they might get stuck. So you want to bring them to school. You have to look for a place where to get something, some money to bring the sisters to school to learn. So our colleges, because there were more also coming, and then you need to know how they are wearing, how they are sleeping, and how they are learning, and how they are happy, and so. So that was also the work I was supposed to do. Also, on the side of physical way of life, sisters could get sick. And when there is, it depends the type of sickness somebody is having. Some of them might need operation, some of them might need to go for admission, some of them might need also just going to see doctor and coming back. So also that was a big problem. But we could look into it and ask some people to help us, and also ourselves, from whatever the salary the sisters who are working, teachers and other nurses and other, we could get that. But if it was not enough, some people would help us when we ask them to give us something to add on, so that we can rescue the situation. So we went on like that. When I had finished the office, I rested for a few months. After resting for a few months, the congregation helped me to get a place where I could go for what you call sabbatical year. So I was given a time to go to America, Massachusetts, for what you call sabbatical. So there, in the sabbatical, you had to see what you want. So in the sabbatical, our group was to deal with the care, the pastoral care of the sick. So I got involved with a group that was working on pastoral care of the sick. So we could go around, we had a supervisor, a priest who was our supervisor. So a priest could tell you and you tomorrow, you are going to visit so and so. You and you tomorrow, you are going to visit those elderly ones, sick and elderly. And also those who need also counseling, because sick, but at the same time, there can be problems also, which has made a person to be like that. So we had also to do the counseling there. So we could be given people. So what I experienced in that period of working in the ward, sometimes the patients in the world, they would refuse to talk to you. You are going to talk to them. And then they just look at you and say, you dog, go out. Don't want to see you. So they send you dog out. Then you go. Then when you have gone, the supervisor will call you, how was it? You said they called me a dog. Then the supervisor will tell you, you will wait 2 days or 3 days, and then you go back. So you wait those 3 or 2 days, you go back. When you go back, the same person who called you a dog is the one who called you, come and sit next to him or her. Come here, come and sit here. Where are you coming from? Then you say, I'm coming from Kenya. Oh, Kenya. Where are you coming from? I'm coming from Kenya. 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 Where are you coming from? And then you say, now, am I going to be here the whole day listening to telling this mama or Mose about Kenya? Then yes, they say goodbye, Kenya, and then you go. Then you go to tell the supervisor. Now supervisor will give you the marks. He will give you the right marks because you were listening. There you were listening. You were not difficult, but you were listening. Otherwise, you could say, this person is disturbing me. Let me go. He doesn't know what he's saying or she's saying. You go. Then you leave the patient. It is bad. So you have to be with the patient. So we learned many things in the way of taking care of the aged. Some people you have to cancel when you are sitting near the door. Otherwise, they will jump on you and also beat you. And they are strong. So there were challenges also in the ward where the patients were. So that's what we did, and then we did it for 9 months. When I came from the States to deal with the care, the pastoral care of the sick, I came and I explained to Mother what the whole thing was. Then he said, why don't you go to tell Bishop about it? It can be done here also. So we went, and then Bishop sent us to the Vicar General. He listened. Then the Vicar General said, you start in Mukumu, then you see how it is for 3 months. And if it's something good, you can also adapt. So he left, and then I started now working in Mukumu Mission Hospital for some time. When I saw the Vicar General, he said, this thing is good. We need it in Mumias Mission Hospital. So we said we shall see whether we can get somebody to do it. But I will try to do it. So I used to now to go to Mukumu Mission Hospital, then Mumias Mission Hospital, now and then. So when I got tired, is when now I asked them if I can train somebody. So they gave me 2 sisters. I trained one for Mukumu, the one for Mumias. Now they helped me, so now I carried on to council until now. I got tired and then I left. When I look at my life back, I feel wonderful. There are some joyful things which I've seen, and I thank God for that. One of the things after working as an aspirant, I went to novitiate. Then when I was going to make my first profession, I put on the net and the wreath on the head. Then I said, am I the one quail? So I'm almost going to be like these ones with the pants. So I felt very happy. So we went. Now when we were on the road going, those days, the people at home were called to come and see you, what you are getting, and the movement you are making. So my father came with my uncle. But my father came with the intention of taking him home, because we were only 2 children. so far he had only one mom, and then only two. Then people were laughing at him. He also said, when they die or whatever, we are still in the question mark. So he said, now I hear when these people go there, they are not coming because they are not Christians. They are not coming back. Now this one is not going to come back home. I go to remove her. So he came, then he stood near the chapel, waiting to remove me from the line. So we went like this, singing with our face and so on. That's when he saw me, he said, "This is my child." Loudly, people, there was a sister, we called her Sister Benega. Come, you don't do that. You will get spoiled when you do like that. You wait, if you want your child, you will see her when she has finished, not now. So he restrained, because he was not a Catholic. Restrained. So we went. And we went and made the first profession. We put on the habits and so on. And I was very happy to see I'm looking like it, the people I saw sometimes back. And I said, I want to be like this one. So I was happy for that. Then, of course, I went, now about my father, after celebration, we went and talked and explained. I said, Father, this life is a life which you live the way it is lived. I might stay here and die here. I might come back home. You just go. If I'm defeated, I will come. If not, and he was the best person now at home to come and visit me mara kwa mara when I was now a sister. And when he died, I was crying. I said, who's going to visit me? But to see me in a very, he was very happy to when he saw the way I also lived, the way I'm also welcomed as a normal person. Said, my child was coming to this kind of life, so he was also very happy. So after the clothing, we went on. Then, 57 is when we made our first profession. Then, 82, made my silver jubilee. And it was really wonderful. I liked it now. I have reached there. Then I went into what you call golden 50 years. That was 2007. I went on. Now, 2017, I reached a diamond 60 years. I said, now, God, what am I? Where am I moving? I'm moving towards you. Thank you very much. So now I'm moving. I don't know whether I will reach the very 7th part. I promise that the Lord knows whether I reach or not. I reach wherever He wants me to reach. But otherwise, I've been having a warm and welcome heart to the Lord for having helped me to pass through those stages and reach where I have reached now after doing my diamond jubilee. Challenges in my life, we are all human beings, and we are happy and wonderful, but also here and there we come on something that can make you not to be who you are. Sometimes like community life, where you live in community life, sometimes you get somebody coming with a word or some messages which you may have done and you may not have done. So when the message comes out, it is very big. But when you do your own studies, and especially when I was in leadership, somebody comes and says, these people are like this, like this, like this. Then I said, let me see. Let me go and see how is it. You look at it, you look at it. Then I found it is not the way it was put. I said, if doing, I did it this way. But the way it is coming up, it is not the way it was. So I found that sometimes things can be said on you, and you have done it, or things may be said on you and you have not done it. So that's what I have seen. It sometimes hits you, and like when you are in the office, there are things which you have done, and there are some things which you have not done. So what I have not done, and they talk, and I know I have not done, I said it is true, I have not done. Then I have to live with it. She's not like this, she's like this. Sometimes I was even given some names, but those names, I just looked at them and I said, it might be true, this one is true. So if it is true, then I have to work on it myself. And if it is not true, then I leave it, because it is not true. So there are things which I understood and I could live with. There are things which I could also think, I cannot live this one with. I have to go and get, to ask for explanation, or if I have conflicted with somebody, to go and ask excuse. So I have, excuse me, I have done this to you, excuse me, or forgive me. Then we leave and then we start life. So there is no need of, when we come in conflict with somebody, I decide not to go and greet her anytime, or when I see her in front there, I pass the other side. You go, I face a situation, then I say, this one is like this, forgive me, or have you forgiven me what I did to you like this? So then we make up. So during our time, we did not have many elderly sisters. The time we came and the dynamic to reach to somewhere, that was 92, 93 and so, many sisters started dying, and it's the time now we experienced a lot of problems. And also the place where to put those who are sick, who could be cared for, because we didn't have somebody who was appointed to care for them. So they were just there, they are just given medicine there, and sometimes even to go to the hospital, it was not easy. Vehicles, we didn't have enough vehicles to take them to the hospital, and different distances to bring them. And also financially, it was not easy. So we got stuck with our elder sisters. And then we started making the sick bay, and it was too small. They cannot reach there because it was too small, and the people who were now sick and becoming sick were increasing. And we didn't know what to do with them. So that even now we are increasing. And more. So those are the challenges which have been with us. The place where to place our sick people and take care of them properly. Bigger place than where we are, or there what we have been. So that's what made us to have this kind of problem as well. Later on, the Lord opened the way for us. At least now, where we are now, is far much better than before. At least we have enough room, and we have people to care for us. But they are caring for whatever, whether you are sick, you go to the hospital. We have even the vehicle for the sick, and it can help us to move here and there. So it has changed a bit, and we ask God, we thank God for what has taken place so far. As we proceed on in life, more of us are becoming sick, because as the congregation grows, more people become elderly, and those elderly are age-wise old and also sick. So we might need a bit bigger room than where we are now. but it's better than before. But now, because of those who are going to get more sick, we need also to expand something so that when they come, they are also comfortable. So that's what we see. Now, right now, we thank God. So I cannot say that I'm worried. Me, I'm not worried of getting because right now we have got a very beautiful and wonderful care. We have people, sisters to care for us, and even lay people to cook for us. We have a house here, nice, sleeping well. Our clothes are being cared for. I mean, there's no thing that I fear. I feel comfortable and I feel happy. And I thank God for what is taking place. And I pray that whoever is helping, who has helped, and whoever will help, we are very grateful to what is taking place. So no worry about how am I going to get what. There's no that kind of worry. The last chapter, me, I want to prepare myself to grow gracefully towards life. So to be happy. I don't want to go to our Heavenly Father with a gloomy face. Why? Me, as I said, I want to grow gracefully. When I meet the sisters I live with, I feel that part of him because we have stayed with them since I came, and I feel happy. And I don't feel out. I mean, I don't feel that there is no somebody next to me who takes care or who looks after me or loves me. They are all my sisters and brothers.
Do you think the sisterhood is still needed more in the present time?
At the present time, the sisterhood is still needed. And I'm wondering before God myself also. Because I said, in the past we thought we came here because we came to learn. Sometimes they were thinking we came to learn, some of us. But now you can see, give an example of our young ones who are in the postulate here, the young ones who came this year. Some of the sisters, of these girls, have finished university, the colleges, the Form 6, the Form 4. There is no person under Form 4. So, and they are a good number, almost like the ones who used to come. For us, my group were 12, but now I see even 20 are inside there. So I'm not worried. I see the congregation growing. I see God still needs people. I see vocation is not ours. It comes from God. It is not my own decision. God is the one who appoints here and there come and they come. And we have to receive them. There is something they see where they have come from. They will even share with you whether they saw another sister, whether they saw a priest, whether they saw a good Christian. They will share with you what has made them really to come. And so when they are here, they will follow that. And especially when they say prayerful, and they come and they find people praying and we are singing and so on, they feel in quickly. You think they have been there for a month, they have just come. So they know what they have come for. The present time, the sisterhood is very relevant. We still need the sisters at the moment time. We still need the people for that kind of evangelization because the world needs people and the world is still crying for the Lord, and therefore whatever they are moving in, it will help them to be so they are relevant. We need them in the church to proceed on and evangelize our people who have not reached the stage of evangelization.
Good.